Hey everybody, happy solstice. This is Blue Mountains Tarot, Alex here. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to do a reading for the winter solstice, December 21st, 2022. I'm actually doing this the night before, so it's later evening on the 20th. And I was just guided to do this tonight because actually in some parts of the world, it already is the 21st. So time is not necessarily linear, and the 21st is already happening in some places. So I feel like this reading is going to come through the way it's supposed to. If you guys are interested in contacting me for a personal reading, I do offer those. You can reach me below in the description box. And I was thinking and meditating about this winter solstice, this reading. And also, if some of you do not know, I am a holistic nutritionist is my background. And one of the things that I learned in holistic and studying nutrition and how the body and the cycles work is that the winter time in general, at least in the northern hemisphere, right? It's not always snowy and cold all over the planet. But this is a time, to me, the winter solstice is a time of contraction, going within, okay? You think about how the seasons and how the winter things go into hibernation, things like trees, everything goes a little bit more contracted, a little more brittle, a little bit, there's no more leaves on the trees, things like that. So this is a time where I feel like it's the shortest day, the least amount of light in the northern hemisphere. So the sun is the furthest away from the northern hemisphere, but it's the closest to the southern hemisphere. So it's kind of like the duality. And when we don't have the light around us, it's a time for us to go inward. And that's that contraction. That's the contraction and that going within, both on a physical level. We're seeking warmth, we're seeking comfort, we're seeking grounding foods, which is why we eat a lot of root vegetables and things like that, stews, soups, things like that ground us. And also to go within and find and sort of activate your own light, the light within, rather than having these super long lit days. This is a time where we can go within and start to sort of activate the light within us. Okay, so that's just a little intro, little something I was thinking about, the meditation that I was doing and what the solstice means to me. Now let's see what we're going to get with the tarot. Ace of Wands, beautiful. Okay, wow. Okay. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Guys, this doesn't get any better than this. I don't even know if I need to draw many more cards. We have the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Star card, and the Death card. Okay, so again, with the winter solstice, with winter time, this time of year, things go, it's that transformational time. Okay, it's the death and rebirth. It's things that need to contract, things that need to break off, things that need to die, so that when we take this time to go within and we sort of look at our own light, when the next spring solstice comes, or spring equinox, we can start to bloom. It's the death and rebirth, okay? So this is a time right now where we can start to sort of close, not close ourselves off, but go within and go inward. And the Death card being that transformation, okay? Preparing for things to change for us, okay? And a lot of us, this is a time where we can start to think about the things in life that we want to wish for, that we hope for, that we want to change in our life. What are the things that you want to change? And it's interesting, I was talking to a close friend of mine about, this time of year, the New Year's being a time for New Year's resolutions and New Year's changes. And sometimes maybe that's something some of you want to do, but it's interesting because it is that time to kind of go within and be a little more constricted, or a little bit more constricted is the only word I can think of, but closing up a little bit, but for good reason, okay? So the wishes and hopes that we have, the transformations that we hope and have are to take place for us, because this is all about preparing for the brand new opportunities, preparing for the passions and the things that we want to create, the things that we want to change, being ready. Do you see how this card here, it's like a spring field, okay? Right now, it's not about going out there and rushing around and doing all those things, because again, we're in this colder, constricted energy, the sort of time of year where things close up, and it's for good reason, and that's that death card. So it's being prepared for the transformation to take place on all the things that we want to wish and hope for in our life. Okay. Moving forward towards our dreams, actually having a dream and then letting it sort of activate, letting it move forward. Communicating within, okay? I see this 8 of Wands with the Star card. I feel like this is that inward energy of communicating within ourselves, okay? Putting that light, see this Ace of Wands, 8 of Wands, when I said the light within, okay? Finding our North Star, finding what it is within ourselves that we need to look at and go inward. We don't have that physical long lit days, long summer days as we would during that time of year. It's a very shortened day in terms of the light from the sun, but more about going within. You know, it's interesting because a lot of people, you know, we diagnose everything these days, but we have SAD, the SAD, where it's like the winter causes this, and strength card. It's almost like we find things to blame or to put on the outside world. And that's where I feel this winter solstice is to find your own flame, find the magic within yourself, okay? Go within and get that strength that you need. You have more strength within you during these times of maybe, say, like darkness, whether that's darkness on a physical level of lack of light, or darkness in terms of your metaphysical, the time of life right now. You could be facing your dark sides, facing your darkness. So I feel like this is a time to go within and really look at the strength that you have and know that you have a little bit more to push through these times. Okay, I definitely don't like winter myself, but I wouldn't allow myself to go into a deep depression or anything necessarily. And so because we have to go within, we have to find that light and that sort of our purpose, our shining star that we are. Instead of always seeking it on the outside world, seeking our shining star, we are the light, we are the star, we are our own light. So it is a time that for some of us, we have to remain strong, okay? It is a very, if you just look at the season itself, the winter season, any of you who have lived in the north or lived in these, you know, frigid temperatures, constricted times, you have to prepare, you have to be strong, you have to be able to weather that and those changes. Okay, let's see what else we get here. What other messages do we have? Amazing cards so far. Lots of new beginnings, lots of wishes and hopes that are being prepared for, and we have to be willing to let go of things, to allow that death and rebirth, scorpionic energy. The Devil card, okay, it's just what I was saying. It's like releasing and being stronger during these times of toxic, you know, we go maybe doing things, relying on addictions, relying on things that are not healthy for us to cope through things, okay? Instead, look within yourself to gather the strength that you have to go through these tougher times, darker times, however you want to word that. But it's about getting rid of and being stronger to rise above the attachments that we have, the Devil card, the addictions, the attachments, the obsessions, the things that we again, look outside to blame something. Blame the outside situation. if you are the light, and if you harness that and you activate that within yourself, it doesn't matter how difficult times are. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, what else we got here? Lots of work ahead, lots of planning. This is meaningful though. You have that Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands with the Two of Swords. This is about, you know, the work that you put forth, the work that you start planning, the things that you start contemplating, thinking about, doing a lot of inner work, okay? Because what is it about? Finding your clarity. Finding clarity at this time so that you can make decisions to move forward, so that the things that you put effort and attention to, you will be prepared to make that decision. You'll create that sense of clarity, and that's where the Eight of Wands takes it forward, propels you forward when the time is ready, when things change again, the next season, the next cycle, the next rebirth. So this is also a time where you can put your energy towards working at something, planning something. I think a lot of it is a lot of inner work. Take this time to nurture your soul, nurture yourself. The one thing that's really nice about winter is that coziness, you know, having a nice pot of stew or soup and tea and just going within and enjoying that personal time where you feel comforted within. So there are some things right now during this winter solstice that some of you might be trying to get a decision made, trying to figure out what it is you're planning to do. What is your next move? What are the things that you want to change, maybe going into 2023? And this is really about getting that clarity and starting to make decisions. Okay, what else do we got for our winter solstice? The Chariot, Cancer energy, and the Emperor. Okay, so this is the thing, is that you're going to be gaining this, when you do this, what we were just talking about, going within, finding your light, doing all these things, this is where you become that Emperor energy. This is where you become empowered, where you become self-enlightened, self-empowered, and it allows you to focus and move on to the goals and dreams that you really want. Okay, I feel like this Chariot card is part of that Eight of Wands. It's propelling you forward into the goals and dreams that you really wanted to achieve, or the changes that you want to make to bring you to a better place for yourself. The Emperor is someone that definitely takes things seriously. It's about growth. It's about mastering yourself, self-mastery. Okay, also getting your emotions in check. Again, I know I mentioned that as a side note, that SAD, the sad or the difficult times that it is being in like a winter setting or a darker day setting, less light, more night. And this is about the emotions of that Chariot, that Cancer energy of just keep moving forward. Like every day after the 21st, the days get longer again. So it's like, you're only in this for now. Every day it's only going to get brighter and longer days. So I see this as coming through for me, at least, with these changes with winter solstice, the equinox, fall. It's changes of like our patterns, our days, changes of like rhythms and cycles in life, energies, just like the 4 seasons, right? All of nature, all of the universe, things have to change within cycle, and day by day they either shed a leaf or they grow a leaf, right? They either move forward or they go into that contraction mode where it's time to conserve our energy. So when you start to make up your decisions, when you get that clarity that you're looking for, is when you're going to move forward, is when you're going to have that perseverance, the drive, that ambition to move forward. Okay, so I think it's about realizing every day is going to get brighter. Every day is going to get It's like there's more light for you to see your future, to see your path, your goal. I've said this before somewhere in my maybe something I wrote out on a post, and it's something that it's a little thing that I've said to myself, or something that's come through, where I say, at night I feel closer to the light. And I think one of the things that at nighttime is when we dream. We go to sleep and we dream, and we get connected back to our light, back to source, right? We get messages. That's what I experienced when I was channeling through my dreams. It was like at night I feel closer to the light, because I was getting channeled messages, and I was getting answers and visions and things that helped me on my journey. So these are very connected here. They both have these arches. It's all the zodiac signs around them. So this encompasses all zodiacs. This is for everybody. We all are going to be moving. It's like that veil that's lifting. This is a time where we're all going to be affected in a positive way forward. Okay, we're moving forward. We're moving onward, getting wiser, getting more in depth with ourselves, getting in touch with ourselves, knowing who we are. The Emperor knows who he is. Lots of perseverance, lots of self-work, diligence. I'm going to do, interesting reading is that, interesting that I've noticed here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcanas and only 3 minor arcanas. So this is a time for a lot of you, especially with that Death card, Star card, Ace of Wands. Like these are all major. Oh, sorry, the Ace of Wands isn't a major arcana, but it feels like it is. It's like a lot of major changes. There's a lot of big energy and big effect changes taking place for you. So pay attention to that. And we are going into a brand new year, 2023. So let's make this a good one. Let's stay focused on where we want to be. Let's stay focused on our path forward to a higher dimension, to a higher place. Let's start to honor ourselves and put ourselves in our Empress for the female energy and the Emperor for the male, the divine feminine, divine masculine. Let's put ourselves into that high vibing energy, rising ourselves upward. Okay, I am feeling guided to stop, but I'm going to do a Wisdom of the Tao card. So let's see what message comes through this. Thank you, everybody, for your comments. Let me know what the winter solstice means to you. Let's share our comments with each other so that we can kind of, bounce off good energy to each other and sort of create the changes or the feelings, the things that we all feel that the winter solstice is. That's sort of my take on it, along with my tarot cards and the reading that comes through. But I'd like to hear from all you guys. Let me know what you think. In terms of zodiac signs, I mean, we're all here, we're all one, we're all encompassed, but you could be dealing with the changes alongside a Leo, a Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, Aquarius, and Scorpio with the Death card. Okay. Let's get a Wisdom of the Tao. Let's see what's going on with this message. Wind, flow. Be in harmony with the flow. There is no need to overburden yourself. Ride the wings of the wind, especially those gusts from the southeast. And relax and be ready for the next surge of energy. Utilize your good timing, end of spring and beginning of summer. Isn't this interesting? We are actually getting a southeast wind that's coming up from the southern US up through Canada into the northeast. So it's coming from there. And it's also saying that relax and be ready for the next surge of energy. This is kind of what I'm saying, is that we can relax into this contraction, this time that we stay more closed, not in a negative way, but in an energetic way where we go within, where we look within, and we go as the winter solstice, as the season shows that things constrict. So I think that it's also utilizing our good timing for the end of spring, and I want to say the beginning of spring, because that's when things change again. All right, everybody, happy solstice. I wish you guys a great day. Happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscriptions, and please leave comments. And I will see you guys soon. Take care.